Shabbat Shalom Yesharala. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruchah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to those Le'akim that's preached the word in all truth and sincerity, along with the Israelite foreigner brothers that are like the heathens. But the lion on the side goes back to the nation of Israel, which nation of Israel, i.e. so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, through the prophecies and curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter, and throughout the Bible. So this is brother get called Amath by the lesson, and today's lesson will be entitled, For Our Lot Affliction, which is but for a moment. I was going to go on some precepts and Lord willing, you brothers and you sisters out there be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemon Shai, you know. And I'm going to start off with the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 17, and this is an epistle or a letter that Apostle Paul wrote to the church of Corinth, which were to the Israelite foreigners. But it reads, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, right? And what is our light affliction? Our light affliction is all the hell that we catch in this truth, such as, being hated by the world, your woman might have left you because of the truth, losing possessions, such as your car, or brothers may have lost their houses, or, going through financial troubles, hardships, having women issues or dealing with ailments, sicknesses, but Yahweh Shemon Shah considers all the hell that we catch as a light affliction. But at the end of the day, it's only but for a moment, because all the hell that we catch is temporal, because remember, we are in captivity. We are yet this day in our captivity. We understand that our captivity, we're not going to be in captivity forever. It's only but for a moment. It says, work for us a far more exceeding and eternal way to glory. And right. And what's the eternal way to glory? That's the kingdom. So in other words, the kingdom of heaven, which will be the way to glory, is going to far exceed all the hell that we catch in this truth. And in fact, in the Apocrypha, it talks about, in the day of prosperity, there's a forgiveness of affliction. So in the kingdom of heaven, Lord willing, we be joint heirs by Lord Yahweh shall be part of the elect. We're not gonna be thinking about Babylon, America. We're not gonna be thinking about all the hell that we caught here, because we're gonna be living it up in the kingdom, man. So it's continuing. It says, verse 18, while we look not at the things which are seen, right? We don't look at the things which are seen, as we can see right now, such as this world, how this world is going. This world, the wicked is waxing worse and worse. Esau's New World Order, his agenda, which is the MOTB. We're not looking at these things, man, because all these things that we see right now is going to be burned up, in a lake of fire, man. But at the things which are not seen, right? So we look at the things which are not seen, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. And that's why the scriptures say, seek things above, man. We seek in the kingdom of heaven, man, and by pushing this truth, man. So we're looking at the things which are not seen, which is the kingdom of heaven. Hence why we're laboring to Lord willing be joint heirs with our Lord Yahweh Shai in the kingdom of heaven, to Lord willing have that hedge of protection in Jacob's trouble. To Lord willing to have salvation. You see? It says, for the things which are seen are temporal, right, which is his kingdom. Esau's kingdom, everything is temporal, man. These cars, this feminist mindset, this westernized mentality, all these things are temporal. But the things which are not seen are eternal, and that's right, and that's the kingdom, man. See, what we're doing and laboring in Yahweh Shemon Shai is eternal, because by us rehearsing the righteous acts, which is keeping the laws and commandments to the best of our ability, we're not doing it in vain, because the law, the law, such commandments is going to be the standard in the kingdom of heaven. So since we're rehearsing, which is practicing, it's not in vain because we're going to be doing these things in the kingdom of heaven. You see, so let's go to Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Right. So the sufferings which is catching hell in Yahweh Shai at this present time, it's not gonna be it's not worthy to be compared with the kingdom of heaven, man. You know? So, yeah, it can be hard. It gets hard in this truth, yes. Being in the truth is not easy, but the Lord puts the spirit on us to endure our afflictions, and we have the comfort of the spirit of truth to know that this life that we live right now is not the end all be all, man. We have something greater coming to all of us Israelites, us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans. And what gives us comfort is to know that Esau will be the last of the remaining of the heathen to be rulers over us. This will be the last time us Israelites will be in captivity. Because when you go to Second Esdras, Esau is the end of the world. Second Esdras 6 and 9. Second Esdras 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and our world in the Greek is ion, which means an age or time. So Esau, he so what it's saying is Esau is the end of the world. So Esau, it'll be the end of his kingdom, the end of his rulership, you know. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follower, right? So this scripture alone proves that Esau, the so-called white man, will be the last of the remaining heathen to have us Israelites in captivity before the kingdom of heaven be uh, erected in the earth. That's going to be ran through our Lord Yahweh. Because Jacob is being able with that followers, that will be the Israelites' kingdom being established on earth after the end of Esau's kingdom, which this kingdom of America going to be destroyed by nuclear destruction, man, by the ICBM missiles. So that gives us comfort right there to know that Esau is the last of the remaining heathen that's going to be ruling over us, and that our kingdom is going to be set up on earth, well, or Yahweh Shah's kingdom. You know, so that gives us comfort, man, to know that this life that we live right now is temporal. You see, and when you go to Wisdom of Solomon 3, the point is in verse 5, but I was going to start at verse 1 just to build up. But Wisdom of Solomon 3:1, it says, "But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, and there shall no torment touch them." Yeah, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shemon Shah is going to deliver his elect for the most part. Now, it is written that some of the elect will have to die in the Lord by having their heads beheaded, according to Revelation 20:4. But for the most part, the elect is going to be delivered. You know, it says, "In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and a departure is taken from misery." Yeah, because as the scriptures say, none of the wicked shall understand. So the wicked don't understand the concept of death. Death is just a separation between your body and your spirit. And your body goes back into the earth, you know, dematerializes back in the earth, and your soul, your spirit, goes back to the Most High Yahweh who gave it. That's death. You know, but the unwise they don't know that because they don't know what true death is. It says, "And the departure is taken from misery." Yeah, they think that we're misery, and nah, we in peace when we go to the spiritual world. When you die, your spirit goes back to the spiritual world, but you're in peace. In fact, you don't want to come back on earth. You know, it says, "And they're going from us to be destruction, but they are in peace." See, the scripture says that. It's like I jumped the gun. I didn't know that was right there, but so yeah. So even the scripture said, when you in the spiritual realm, you are in peace. You know, for though for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. See, So like I was saying earlier, some of the elect will have to be beheaded, you know, to die in Yahweh Shimon Shah. But guess what? Their hope is for immortality because they're gonna be the elect that die in Yahweh Shimon Shai. They're gonna be resident first in the chairs of Israel, and they're gonna have them immortality bodies, man. They're gonna have them incorruptible bodies with spiritual power. You know, you know. It says, and having been a little chastised, see the Lord considers our light affliction, little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, man. So right, so Lord willing, we those men, you know, we gonna be greatly rewarded, man, to be joint heirs with our Lord Yahweh Shah in the kingdom. We're gonna get everything He gets, man. Have dominion over the heathen nations, have our own planets, you know, this, uh, have all the gold, the silver, the precious stones and materials and metals and incense. We're gonna have everything, man, in abundance, you know. So the Lord's gonna greatly reward us, man. Lord willing, we those men. Except for Yahweh proved them, meaning tested them, and found them worthy of for Himself. Yeah, because in Jacob's show we're gonna be tested. You know, um, as the scripture say in Revelation 3, the hour of temptation. Let's just get that real quick. I'll make sure I get the scriptures. Revelation 3 and 10, because we all gonna be tested. Everybody, the Lord gonna test everybody on the earth, even us, because the Lord is no respecter of persons. But this is Revelation 3 and 10, because I has kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right, so, and this applies to the elect. So the elect, they endured, you know, all they held on in this truth, and they kept the word of the Lord patient. They didn't push false doctrine. They were faithful. They didn't teach what their mouths was foul without guile, and they had the spirit of patience to suffer for the Lord. So for the elect doing that, the Lord said, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Which, what is the hour of temptation? The MOTB, the charagma, the sihit. So for the elect being patient and doing the will of the Lord's gonna put a heavy spirit on the elect not to take the MOTB, which shall come upon all the world to try them not dwell upon the earth. Yeah, so you know we're gonna be tied, we're gonna be tested too, we're gonna be tried too. But it's already written that the elect got the victory and they're gonna endure, and the Yahweh Shai gonna save them, gonna deliver them. And for the elect that died in the Lord, they're gonna be risen up first in the chariots of Israel. So it's a win-win situation. If we put our trust in the Lord, even though we have to catch a lot of hell for it, but the Lord is not gonna put more on us that we can't handle, and He's gonna make a way for us to escape, man, to endure the affliction, whatever we gotta go through. You see. So I read Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 5 again. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for Himself. Yes, so the Lord is going to find the elect worthy for Himself, man. Because the elect is not going to take that MOTB. They're going to trust in the Lord to the end, even in the face of death. And by the elect doing that, the Lord's going to they're going to be found worthy in the sight of the Lord, man. That's what we want to be, Lord willing. It says, as gold in the furnace have He tried them and received them as a burnt offering. Right, man, because the elect is that gold, man. Gold is very precious. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful metal, man. And that's how the Lord looks at the elect as very beautiful, man. The sons of God as comparable to fine gold, man, as it says in Lamentations. And the Lord's going to receive them as a burnt offering, as a sacrifice. So it says, and in that time of visitation they shall sign, talking about the elect, begin on with Yahweh Shai, and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. So that's spiritual power, man. So, man, the elect, the Lord's going to reward His elect greatly, man. So for a lot of affliction, but it's but for a moment. So all the hell that we catch alchemy is but for a moment, man. And we always got to constantly remind ourselves of that. Because sometimes, catching hell, man, it don't feel good. But sometimes we gotta go back to the scriptures and read them to give us comfort to know that, hey, this is temporary, man. We just gotta deal with the afflictions. We gotta bear our cross and just keep moving forward. You know. But I read verse 7 again. It says, in the time of visitation they shall shine, because the elect is going to have them incorruptible bodies with spiritual power with the aura on them. They're going to have that aura on them and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. So very quick like flash, you know, because spiritual power is coming back in the earth, man. The Lord's going to show his power through his men, through his elect men. And you're going to know who the Lord's chosen is, very soon. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and they all saw where our Lord Yahweh shall. You know, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people. See, so it's first applies to our Lord Yahweh shall, then the elect, in the kingdom. So they're gonna judge the nations, put all the heathen nations in captivity, and we're gonna have dominion over all the heathen nations. And the Lord shall reign forever, which is our Lord Yahweh shall. So, because His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, as it says in Daniel, down in the 7th chapter. So they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, right? Which is the elect. See, the elect understands the truth, man. They understand the full doctrine of Yahweh Shai, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, which are the Israelites, beginning with the elect, and he have care for his elect. That's right, man. That's plain. So yeah, man. So beautiful scripture, man. So Lord and I goes out the fire. I just want to make clear less on that for our life affliction, but it's but for a moment. And you gotta keep continue to endure hardness as a good soldier, Akim, and Lord willing, we endure to the end, and we party elect, and we make it to the end. So till next time, call all y'all by Shemo Shai, by Shemo Kadash, double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to those that Akim. Let's preach the word in all truth and sincerity. Shalom, Akim.